This is Claire Parsons, and this meditation is about coming back to your senses. Sometimes people use that term to tell people to wake up, to snap out of it, to get out whatever fit that they are in, whether it's worry or doubt or any number of things. Sometimes it has a judgmental tone to it. I mean it a little different here. I mean literally, come back to your senses. Sometimes when we are in a state of anxiety or worry, it helps to just come back to the body and get out of our heads. So let's try it. To begin, find a comfortable position. Sit up tall or lay down and relax. You want to be alert here, but not too restricted. You want your neck to be somewhat straight and your chin not to be too close to your chest so the air can flow freely in and freely out. Close or lower your eyes and just stare a few feet ahead of you. And then check in with yourself. What's there right now? Is there anything calling your attention away from the present moment? Is there any difficult feeling in your body? Just let it be there for a moment. Let's check throughout the body in the common areas where stress occurs. We'll check the brow and eyes for any tension. Then notice your jaw to see if it is clenched. Then check in with your neck and shoulders. And then your chest and belly and hips and hands. If there is tension in any of these areas, just see if you can release it and relax and let it go. If you can't, see if you can just watch it for a moment and see if it changes. Let's try one more time with the body sweep technique. Feel the sensations in your brow and eyes. Notice any tension. Relax your jaw. Relax your neck and shoulders and let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Notice your chest and belly. Soften your belly to let the air in. Notice your hips. Make sure they are relaxed. And then your hands. Now let's find our breath. It doesn't have to be any specific place. Common places where most people find their breath is in the area of the tip of their nose, or their chest or belly as it rises and falls. Just allow your mind to detect wherever the sensations of your breath are strongest right now. You're not picking for forever, you're just picking for right now. Find that spot and allow your mind to settle on it. First, identify what it is you are experiencing. Is the air cool as it flows in and warm as it flows out? Do you feel air flowing in and out at your nose? Do you feel a rising or falling or beating of your heart in your chest? Do you feel the sense of inflating or deflating in your belly? Whatever it is you feel, stay with that feeling. Let your mind float on that feeling like a leaf floating down a stream. Notice what the sensations of the breath are like. What does it feel like right now? If you had to describe it for someone else, what would you tell them? Keep your mind with that flow as the breath enters and exits your body. Just stay with however that feeling is, wherever it is strongest. Now, if at any time you find yourself distracted, just come back to the flow of the breath. A thought may arise, or a sensation elsewhere in the body may occur, or maybe even an emotion may approach that you maybe even find overwhelming. You have two options. You can try another body sweep through your brow, neck, shoulders, chest, belly, hips, and hands. Or you can come back to the flow of the breath. Come back to the feeling of the flow. Now you may worry. You may think about the future. You may think this flow won't solve anything. But I'm not asking you to stay here forever. I'm only asking you to take these few minutes. Sometimes when we rest a moment to catch our breath, we find that we can go on for a much longer time. Sometimes when we rest for a moment to see what's there, we can make wiser choices that help us avoid a struggle. All we are doing now is resting in the flow, savoring what the breath feels like as it nourishes our body, and being with what is right here, right now. We live so much in our thoughts. They are so creative. Our minds are always making new ideas for us and trying to keep us safe by warning us of all the things that could occur. It takes wisdom to consider if those things actually will occur. It takes wisdom to know which thoughts to believe. It takes wisdom to learn what thoughts deserve our time. Where does that wisdom come from? It comes from life experience. And life experience comes from paying attention as we live our lives. Part of our life experience is being in our bodies and experiencing our breath. So come back to that flow and rest with it just for now. It is normal to think. It is human to wonder and worry. If those things arise for you, don't judge yourself. There is no point to treat the mind harshly for doing what the mind does. Take this chance to practice kindness for yourself. Just notice the thought and come back to the breath or the body. Let go of the thought and come back to to the sensations of the breath as you feel them right now. This is not an escape. It's not a retreat. It takes courage to face what is here. It takes fortitude to sit with uncomfortable feelings. It can take restraint to find stillness when your mind and heart may be racing. But you just showed you have that courage. You've showed that you have kindness to give yourself loving attention for these few minutes. I'm sure we've all experienced how even a few minutes of courage and kindness can change everything. So for one last time, just sit in that kindness and courage for a moment more. As we prepare to close, reflect on the fact that you responded to fear today with courage, that you responded to worry with love, that you were willing to sit and rest even if your mind was demanding you to race and race and race around. As you go about your day, remember that you can always come back to this space. You can see what's there. You can take a breath and return to your senses and embrace each moment with kindness. Before we end, just check in with yourself again to see what's there now, and if anything has shifted. Then take one deep breath in, filling your lungs all the way to the top. Hold it, then release. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes.